You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins?
But with a twist.
I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
Guy's in a horrible accident.
What's the name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the Mithril engine, in which Mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement
Based on
stack,
the book, I don't think
which
there's ending of the book.
disperses
Basically, he
it
doesn't want
into
to
the
live anymore
surrounding
because he was a
air.
hotshot guy who loved his work, etc.
Were we to rely on
super
thermal
active and he
plating
ended up being
alone
anything
to
and
achieve this
almost he could've
effect,
got with all of his
the rate of
systems.
excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see.
So
and
basically,
serves as a sort
he was
of
so
thermal
so
sink to
independent that he
absorb all
hated the fact that
excess
he couldn't
energy.
do things for
Our
himself anymore.
experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective
Happy
hood.
ending kind of thing.
If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass,
They
near
still went to a
Lostwing.
clinic in the end.
The thing is, well,
That's sad.
I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
I mean, you're right. It's going to be different for everybody. But at the same time, you can't really tell someone what they can and can't do. A person is their own person. You can only try to reason with a person. And if that doesn't work, then you did your best that you could. And you just have to accept the fact that they're going to do what they gotta. I try not to force my beliefs on anybody. It's also just a film, so I get it's more polarized, but it's like spills over in real life when you restrict people. Yes, that's true. There's always going to be a sense of hopelessness at someone losing something they valued. You're correct on that one, yes. I also believe the same thing. That's why I always believe something, and it's always stuck true with me no matter what I thought or what I did, is good and evil doesn't exist. Good and evil is opinionated based up of the majority of what people want, and the minority who go against that are considered evil.
Right.
Now, there are obviously common sense and stuff like that, but everyone believes things differently. So I believe in doing what is good for myself, not what is good for others, because you can't please everybody on Earth. The only thing I can do is just try to make sure I do what I think is best rather than what the majority think is best. I mean, movie and society. I saw a fun article where they said men in leadership roles doesn't take as much or as any parent leave.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Yeah, what's up, Disco? There was an article about this woman driving for the equality, which is fine, but what people don't understand about equality is this. Is that you should just give you an equal choice, not an equal outcome. That is true, but that's more of a complex problem. You catch anything good, Disco?
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Like, as much as I want people to believe what they want to believe in, it was killer. But they also thrive for equality in leadership roles, which is fine. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, good.
Nice try.
Fuck, I messed that up. It's on the same spot for 8 hours and caught a smallmouth bass. Oh, 8 smallmouth bass. Okay. I mean, I think equality is good, but it needs to be truly equality and not just what people believe is equality. Every bit of sassy bass. You're not casting fucking doom on me. Get out of here with your doom casting. Okay. I like the idea of people having their own things, but equality is good, or diversity, but it can't be forced, and it should be enforced for everything, not just what's comfortable or convenient. That is a very interesting way to look at it. True equality isn't what really people are pushing for these days, depending on which group you're talking about, because there are some people who want more rights than others, even though they want equality. I'm not going to name any names, obviously, but there are a lot of movements out there that
Things I do for you, Mid.
that are like that push for more than equality, but label it as equality.
Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
At the same time, why should you be harsher on getting the good stuff, which is usually high pay and low stress or comfortable? I know what you mean, and say, I just think it's very hypocritical. I'm against all of those. I'm for people who give equal chances, but then what do you do with that is up to you. That is true. That is also very true. If you get a chance, and you're not willing to adapt and learn so that you can actually take full advantage of the chance you've been given, then at that same point you're allowing it to fail because you don't want to put that time and effort into it, you know?
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Equality is like, how can I put it? Equality is hard to define. It's almost impossible to define equality unless you just want to make it something cold and unfeeling. If everybody's treated as equal but in the wrong way, then things become very bad.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
In my honest opinion, it's not the fact that I don't believe that equality should exist. What I think is equality just can't exist. It's the same thing as trying to please the entire world at once. You're not going to be able to do so. It doesn't matter how equal or something you try to make it. There are still going to be people who are in the minority, or there's still going to be people who are outside of that equality no matter what. And it's going to be just morally impossible unless you force equality onto everybody. Because across all species, female and male are different in general and have certain roles, and nature just set up something we evolved past that and just kind of made a messed up system where everyone and everything should be equal. I won't deny that certain people are good for certain things.
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs
You
to be
can
able to resist
argue
extreme heat on
the
the inside,
cycle of the food chain or cycle of life.
while also being light
Different
enough not
things
to
in
sink it.
nature
As you
have
can
certain
imagine,
roles
she's struggling to
and
find
things of
anything
that
meets her
nature.
needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly
That
than
is
fresh water
exactly
or even
true.
brine. Add timber
If
and
humans
steel
ever
to
went
light,
extinct,
and yet
there would be another
we have made a
ecosystem
home
in play.
here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And